Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview on a Monday, October 31st, the last day of our trading day of the month. This is 2016. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, coming to you live from Thailand, currently 8:20 in the morning. That means it's 21:20 on Wall Street on a Sunday night. Today's great to be with you. Bright blue, sunny skies, beautiful weather, nice and cool, no air conditioning. It is absolutely gorgeous. Doors and windows are open, the sun is shining. We're ready for another trading week. Busy week this week. It is NFP week. Yes, non-farm payrolls on a Friday. Traders, let's get moving. Here we go. Risk disclaimer. Keep the legal people happy. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex or any other financial markets. Traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, remember, this is a game of capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday, and yes, I am your host for the Market Opening Preview Series. And I'm happy to say we're actually over 2 years, heading for year number 3 in December, and quite exciting doing this every day, and really enjoy the support and the emails and the comments. It's just really great stuff. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 after watching an infomercial in the middle of the night, as I worked night shift 95% of my career. So I was on the couch listening to this infomercial on Forex and went to the old seminar 3 days later, and I was hooked ever since. Traders, in 2008, I retired from a wonderful 27-year career as a firefighter paramedic. And when I retired, I got on the Big Bird and came to Thailand for a 3-month holiday to celebrate. Well, traders, I'm in my 9th year and I'm still here in Asia, absolutely loving it. The time zone is great. Early in the morning for Asia, afternoon for London, and, well, after next week, it's going to be late at night for New York. And I only trade 2 hours in the U.S. session as I trade a different instrument. I trade options in the New York session. Traders, I'm a pullback trader. I like a currency pattern, make a move, give me a pullback, and then enter the trade. How do we come up with that? We use Fibonacci tool quite a bit. I use price levels. I use pivot points. Anything that can give me an edge. I do use exponential moving averages, only 3. I use a 200, I use a 55, and I use a 10 exponential moving average on my charts. So after I do that and I come up with an analysis reading candlesticks, you have to know candlestick patterns. Folks, you go to YouTube and learn about candlesticks. There's only 7 patterns you need to know. They're either indecision or non-indecision, and that's important. Where do they count the most? At resistance or at support? After you look at candlestick patterns, that will tell you a story. Along with your other technicals, will give you a great idea how you want to trade that currency pair and activate your trade plan. However, we can't activate it yet, can we? No, we have to look at fundamentals. What's coming out? What data is coming out? Is it going to affect any position that I'm in? For the traders who are in position trades, that are in swing trades, that are in for 3, 4 days, 2 days, 3 days, you need to know what's coming out and adjust your money management and your stops accordingly. So after I do that, I now come up with a trade plan. I basically put alerts on my charts, and I get an alert. I come back to my charts, and I decide whether I want to make that entry. I do enter and exit trades on a 30-minute chart. I get my bias from a daily chart and a 4-hour chart. They need to be in the same direction. And I do my analysis on a 1-hour and a 2-hour chart. However, I enter and exit trades on a 30-minute chart. I know it sounds a little confusing, but it's not that bad. It's pretty easy. All right, that's enough about me. Let's get over and talk about some news and commentary on a Monday. India is on a holiday today, in case anybody's trading in India. So what did we have today? There's only, I think, one high-impact news event today. So let's take a look at the economic calendar. We have business confidence that is out already. There was nothing previous, so really no market moving stuff there. Asia, there is nothing, my friends, absolutely nothing. Everything's low impact, nothing going on. Yeah, really, really slow day today. And we have medium impact German retail sales in the London session today. And, as we go down, we just have absolutely nothing, my friends. It is really, really a slow day. We don't have anything until, actually, I think it's, is it New York? Wow, I don't think we have any high impact. I thought I saw a high impact. There we go. We have Euro, has a CPI year-on-year for October, and that's a high impact news event, and that will be during the London session. Let's take a look at what the markets did on Friday. Yeah, my other computer is working, but I have another thing up on the screen, and I don't have what I usually do. But however, the Dow closed negative, the S&P closed negative, the Nasdaq closed negative, and the small cap 2000 closed negative. Take a look at what happened over in the Eurozone. The DAX closed negative, the FTSE was in the green, the CAC 40 was in the green. And if we go over to Asia, the Nikkei, which is currently trading, is in the red. The S&P ASX 200 is in the green. China 850 is in the green. Hang Seng, which has not opened yet, is in the red on Friday. However, the Kospi is currently trading, and that is in the red at negative 0.41%. Yeah, we're trying to cut down on time. Want to spend more time on charts, less time on things that are available that you can read at any time. So let's take a look. What do we got going today? Well, I think it's going to be a great trading. We got NFP, so we should have some volatile markets until, I would say probably Thursday. And then about Thursday at London lunch, the markets probably clam up a little bit. And on Friday, it'll be absolutely quiet until NFP is released. I'm sure the Fed is watching it very closely. You know what, folks? I'm going on the side of the fact that they're not going to do a rate hike in December. I just don't think, I just don't think it's going to happen. I just think they're going to let it wait. There's a new president being elected next week, and I don't think they're going to jump into anything. All right, let's get to the charts, my friend. Here's the euro dollars. We always start on a Monday. Interesting move. Had a big up move on Friday. Here we are sideways in the Asia session. This is a 30-minute chart. And traders, I will try to tell you what time frame we have on these charts because I have all different ones. So this is a nice sell trade, right? I want this to sell. You remember we're talking about indecision candles. Well, the last candle is an indecision candle. Look at the size of that wick, small body. However, we do have a two-touch trend line, which is okay. But I would like to see this close below it, retest, and we can get in this at 1.0965. And we'll take this down to support at the 38.2 pivot at 1.0924. So nice little trade here. Let's see if we can get it to work. Let's see what happens at the London Open. Surely not going to do anything during the Asia session. Here's a dollar CAD. Actually, folks, I got to be honest with you. I didn't see what oil was, but I know it was just below 50 on Friday, about up to New York lunch. I don't know what happened after that. I didn't see it. However, we have a trend line here. We just want this to, this can continue to go up. If oil stays low, the dollar CAD is going to continue to rise, right? Oil needs to be above $50, $51 before we're going to see the CAD make some movement. So this is really, and I do expect that to happen. By the way, I'm bullish oil. I think oil is going to come back up. I don't see oil staying down. I just see it coming up. And remember, traders, everybody's telling you it's about supply and demand, and that's a bunch of hogwash. It has nothing to do with supply and demand. We have more supply of oil around the globe today than ever. There's oil everywhere. It's about the banks. The biggest banks in the globe are running oil. Okay, why are they doing that? Because the banks don't want all these oil companies to default on their $1 billion worth of loans. That would be a global financial disaster, right? If all these big companies defaulted on their loans that they have out. So oil is going to go up above 50, go back to that 53, 55, and this pair will drop. However, that's what I want to happen, but this looks bullish to me. But we got a lot of, last three candles, 4 candles. 5 candles are indecision candles. So we might get a drop. Let's see what happens today. Love to get in at 1.3296, get out at 1.3189. I'm not married to this trade. as far as my bias goes. And you know that I stay very focused on my bias. I don't deviate from my bias once I have one. However, this is a commodity pair, like the Aussie, right? Now, the Aussie, I do have a bias. I only want to sell the Aussie. The dollar CAD, I don't have a bias. I'm going to trade what's in front of me and watch oil, right? I want to see oil above 52 or 53, and we can sell this pair. You know, the dollar's still strong. The dollar's still above 98, and, you know, that's it. And we're just going to watch this. So I'm not married to this. If this continues up or gives me a reason to buy it, I would. I'm not buying it here, folks. This is resistance. We have indecision candles. This is resistance. I'm expecting this to drop. It might just come back down to the trend line and, you know, give us a retest and head back up again. Who knows? But I'm not buying this here. This is way, way overextended. But it's giving us higher highs and higher lows, so keep an eye on it. All right, that's enough about that currency pair. Went a little overboard on that one. Let's look at the Aussie dollar, my friends. Aussie dollar still in a really nice move to the downside. We don't have a lot coming out today to warrant this to give us a pullback. However, we'd love to see this give us a pullback to the 0.7621. We'll get out at 0.7573. This is a nice trade. However, this can just continue to fall, my friends. This can just continue to drop. And if it drops below the 75.73, look for a retest and then sell it from there, right? Always have a plan just in case we don't get our pullback. But we want to see this happen. The other thing is, I'm just looking at this. You know, you could put a trend line on there and trade the trend line before that support, but you're trading into support. I like the break of the support and then a retest to get in. The best trade is let this thing pull back as close as possible to that 200 and we'll sell it. That's what I'd love to see. All right, let's take a look at one of my favorite pairs, the Euro Aussie. Wow, is this thing on a move or what? This thing is just tanking to the top. Well, I should say exploding to the top. Just taking off, right? So now we're at resistance, right? Now we have some indecision candles. The bulls have gotten weak. You know, we're in Asia, right? So the euro got a little strong on Friday. You know, I expect that to drop again today. And we'll see. I want to sell this. I don't want to buy this. We don't want to buy this, folks. This is at resistance. You know, we don't like to call bottoms and tops in Forex, folks. You hear somebody say that's a top or a bottom? No, they're not using the proper terminology. You're either at support or resistance. Never say you're at a top. Never say you're at a bottom. You want to look at price levels, trade your price levels, trade your trade plan, and you'll be fine. Right? This is at resistance. We sell at resistance and we buy at support. So let's get a sell trade here. But prove to me you want to go down, break this trend line. This is a 4-touch trend line. Take it below it, retest it. We'll get in this at 1.4417. We'll get out at 1.42, probably about 95 or 98 before the 200 exponential moving average. And this is a nice trade. So we'll watch this there. This is definitely on the top of my list along with the euro dollar. And we'll just watch this really, really closely. All right, let's take a look at the euro yen. Euro yen in this range. You can see I marked this range here, and it's in this nasty range. Don't like it, to be honest with you. I want to see this price come back up to that resistance level and give us a shot. We sort of missed that, right? But this is an hourly chart. And, you know, we need this to come back up and show us what it wants to do. So we'll just keep an eye on this. And like I said, we want this to come back to resistance. We'll get in at 115.11, and we'll get out at 113, probably about 70 or 75. We want to get in before the 200 exponential moving average, right? I'm sorry, 95. Did I say 75? Yeah, 95. So that's what we want to do. And let's take a look at New Zealand dollar. I put this in here because I just thought it was pretty funny. Talking about price action, this is a great picture of price action, right? Breaks below the 200 exponential moving average, really gives you a second chance. You get in, it comes down. What does it do? Comes all the way back up. This is a 1 hour chart. Comes all the way back up, hits the 200 exponential moving average, and there you go. Nice big red candle on a Monday morning in Asia. Right, or if you're in the U.S. on Wall Street, it's a Sunday night. So yeah, so this is a really nice trade. We missed the boat here, right? I'm not going to take this here. Because now, look left of the chart. We got a lot of price action, a lot of price junk. We don't want to take this trade here. It needs to come back up. It needs to do something. Or we need to make another trade plan. Maybe put a trend line in there. Work a trend line break. But I'd like to see this come back up to the 200. We'll see what happens. I'm not really looking to trade this on. It's not on my list. So we'll keep an eye on it. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilden, and our great friends at FXCL, Excellence in Trading, thank you for being with me on a Monday. Yeah, the 31st of October, the end of the month, 2016. Traders, please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at FX... Oops, what is it? It's FXCL Alerts 1 on Twitter. That's FXCL Alerts 1 on Twitter. My brain went to sleep there for a second. Sorry about that, traders. Yeah, so you follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet all the time, but if something's going on, I try to put a chart up, I mention something, but I do monitor the old Twitter feed on a daily basis, and it's a lot of fun. Traders, have a great trading day. Always remember to trade smart and not hard. I will catch you in about 24 hours. Have a great Monday. See you now. Bye-bye.